The Import CSV function of Excel means we can import data from CSV files directly to the grid using a single Excel formula. This makes it incredibly easy to get data from a CSV in a dynamic, refreshable process. Now, it does not replace Power Query. Power Query is the go-to tool for data connections and transformations. But Import CSV certainly offers an alternative for more lightweight dynamic solutions. First of all, I will grab the file path for the CSV I want to import. Here's the folder containing my CSVs. I want sales transactions UK, so I will copy as path. And now back in Excel, I'll type equals import CSV, and here are the arguments. We have one mandatory argument for the path. So let me put that in now by pasting what I've copied, and I'll paste without active content. And then I've got optional arguments for any rows that I might wish to skip, any rows I may wish to take, so maybe only the first 10. And then we've got the opportunity to specify some formatting options and a locale that the data has come from. So to handle European number systems or American date structures, it's great. Now we'll see a few examples in this video, but in this first example, it's just a case of closing the bracket on that single mandatory question, and pressing enter will bring us the data from that CSV, spill into the grid with just one formula, and then we can easily reference it from other formulas or charts in the same way that we reference other spilled formula results. Super easy. Now, a couple of things that you might be thinking, so let's answer those questions right now. First of all, does it update automatically from the CSV? The answer is no, it requires refreshing. For example, I'm in that CSV file right now, and if I change the category for the first one from electronics to fruit, just for this demo, I'll save and close this file. And back in the workbook where we imported that data, I can see it still says electronics. Just like any other connection, it requires a refresh, and we can do that from data and refresh all, among other ways, and there is our fruit. You may also be wondering whether that has to be a local path or whether it can be a SharePoint or OneDrive path, and it can be. So this file right now is stored on my OneDrive. So if I come into File, Info, and I copy the online path, and then I'll equals import CSV. I will put in my double quotes this time and paste in that path, and I'll remove the web equals 1 section at the end to close it after the .csv extension. So here you've got my Computergaga SharePoint path, and if I close bracket and press enter, we can get data direct from SharePoint or OneDrive as well, using this import CSV function. Because import CSV is a function, we can combine it with other Excel functions very easily to get our desired results. So for this example, I have a drop-down list in cell C2 with 3 different categories. And in this folder called CopDoc Exports, I've got 3 different CSVs named after each category. we will create a formula solution so that when somebody specifies a category from this drop-down list, such as furniture, it will return and pull into the grid the appropriate CSV. So we're going to have a single formula solution here, no need to pull in all of the data, and then in the aftermath of that, transform and filter out what we don't need. So I have already copied the path, so getting straight into Import CSV and pasting in that path, we want to focus on making this dynamic. At the moment, it's putting in the office supplies CSV, but we can edit that, and I will put in an ampersand after this closing double quote. I'll put in a space for readability too, and we will reference the value in range C2. I can then append onto the end of that with the ampersand again, that .csv extension. That is all we need, and on pressing enter, it returns the furniture CSV. But the cool thing is if I change furniture to electronics, I get the electronics data, and if I change it to office supplies, oh dear, we have a value error. Now, some of you may have seen this coming because office supplies in that data validation list has a space, but the CSV file name has an underscore. So what we're going to do is we're going to replace or surround the C2 range reference with a substitute function to substitute from cell C2 the space, so the old text, and replace it with an underscore. Therefore, we will get a match to the CSV name. And what I'm demonstrating here is that we're using a formula, so we can combine it with any functions we want, whether that's an XLOOKUP or a substitute or lower or anything we need. Pressing enter now will return the results we want, but coming back to me saying about using any functions with this, we could also combine the drop function. Because sure, the import CSV function comes with arguments to skip or take specific rows, but it doesn't have one to handle that final column, which in this example is redundant because we know it's office supplies. We chose it in range C2. So I'm going to use the drop function here and surround my import CSV function. And I don't need to specify any rows to drop, so I'll ignore that. But I do want a -1 for columns to specify to remove that final column. A positive number is columns from the start, negative is columns from the end. That removes that final column, and it's just another demonstration of the power of formulas and how import CSV can be a nice alternative to the tremendous power of Power Query. Now, for a quick final demo, I'm going to paste in a local path again, but we've seen how this can come from SharePoint. And this time it's an example of a US vendor invoices. So we're going to have a conflict on the date formatting, because in my region of the UK, it's not going to appreciate month, day, year dates. So if I was to run this and pull in that data absolutely fine, you see I have some issues with those dates. So this is an example where within the import CSV function, we do have some other arguments to refine what we want. And I'm going to skip a load of these arguments, but I do want to specify that locale. From this massive list, I'm going to specify English United States. And on running this formula, my dates are now fixed and are in my day, month, year structure. So I hope you can see a place where the import CSV function can offer a nice alternative to Power Query, makes importing CSVs super easy, and when we combine it with other functions, we can get some very creative and dynamic results. If you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button, it really helps, and why not subscribe to receive the latest videos as they come out at this channel. Bye for now.